How's it going, guys? It's your Dave here, and it's time for my first episode of my Road to the Show series. Uh, I know I did one a while back, and basically the file got corrupted somehow after like the first episode. I had a season played in advance, but after it got corrupted, I couldn't play it, so I decided, we'll stop it at that. But I decided, we'll make a new one just to start up another road to the show because I do enjoy playing these. Commentating is a little bit harder compared to like FIFA or NHL because you can just show highlights. But anyways, the player we're going to be making is named JJ Baxter. He's going to be number 37. He's going to be playing in a right fielder. He's going to be a right fielder, and other than that, he can play at any position in the outfield. Throws right, bats right. 5'11" height, 195. And so yeah, in terms of a road to the show, I think I'm gonna be since Miko Pedersen is done. If you guys did watch the last episode, it is done till NHL 14. I could get a bunch of these episodes out during this time, and I could probably run this till MLB 14 the show, which I'll probably end up picking up on the PS4. So and maybe the graphics and that kind of stuff will be better, a lot more intense kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm looking forward to playing these games. I do have already a little bit played in advance. The problem with the old one was that most people, I lit up double A, and then triple A was just I ended up lighting it up too, but I didn't get called up until the second year. So that was the thing that I'm hoping to get called up at least in the first year just to get some MLB experience. We did make our guy 18, so we'll assume he's right out of high school, and we'll say he's a California kid. So a lot of good Californian players in the major leagues, and JJ Baxter will be the next one. Anyways, as you can see, we're creating him. He's going to be have a little flair in terms of his gloves, his shoes, that kind of stuff. We're going to have colors everywhere. And we're going to be using I think it was Adam Jones batting style. But yeah, Adam Jones batting style. Could seem a little bit unorthodox to some people, but I like his swing, and the follow through looks pretty sweet. So we'll be using his because it does look a little bit better. I did also put some walk-up music and home run music. His walk-up music will be Joker and the Thief, which is also in the NHL 14 soundtrack, and I'm going to be using the Blackhawks goal horn as his home run music. So if he does hit a home run at home, we'll be using that. Other than that, I guess we'll jump into who is going to draft. We're gonna enter the draft with this. I would pick a team, but I guess we'll enter the draft just to make it a little bit more exciting. And we get picked by the New York Mets. So we're off to New York. We're off to the Big Apple, and I guess we'll jump into our first game.
Welcome back to our minor league pregame show as we move closer to the start of Eastern League action with tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. JJ Baxter is our focus, as he'll be making his debut at the Double-A level in this one. Steve, what have you heard about this prospect coming in?
Well, Matt, it is an exciting day for him, and it's exciting for us as well, because everything I've heard about him points to him being a prospect we should definitely keep our eyes on. He's a guy that they were targeting big time in the draft, and now they're happy to have him on board. They do think he's a little raw at this stage in his development, but they also say that if he really focuses on improving his game in the minor leagues, then he's got a real shot to someday make it to the show.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show.
So nice little intro there, and we'll jump to our first at-bat of our career, basically. And in our first game, it's actually grounded into a double play, so definitely not what we want to see. And our first game actually didn't go too well. As you can see right here, we end up going 0 for 4, and definitely not the start we want. But we'll jump into our second game, and we went 0 for 3, and so 7 at-bats without a hit. But here we end up lining one to right just before the right fielder. We'll beat out the throw, and with that, we've got ourselves our first hit.
And that right there was his first hit at the Double-A level. Steve, that's got to be an exciting moment for him.
Yeah, and with that first knock out of the way, he can now settle in and start working on the next one. Of course, he's aiming for that first major league hit, but he's got to start somewhere.
So yeah, and with that, we'll jump into our third game of the season. Bases loaded, no out, and we end up singling right between the third and short to left. And with that, we end up getting 2 RBIs. So our first RBIs of our career in Double A, and we'll jump into, I think this was game number 5, but I'm not sure. Anyways, pitch right down the middle. We end up taking it to left center, and that one is gone. So a nice hit there by J.J. Baxter, and I'm expecting J.J. Baxter to be a 50-50 kind of guy.
Steve, what a nice moment that is for him. His first home run as a Double A player.
Yeah, and you always like to get those firsts out of the way, but the first home run, well, that's kind of extra special for any hitter. This is exactly the kind of production that this team's going to be looking for from him as he moves up through the minor leagues.
So yeah, there you go, a home run by J.J. Baxter, and we end up getting the player of the game honors for that. So far, to start off, not a bad start for J.J. Baxter. I'll probably have these episodes a little bit more towards, I'm hoping for maybe an episode or every day, maybe every 2 days, since right now editing is a little bit easier due to a lot of my series coming to an end before NHL 14. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this, if you want to see more of our Road to the Show. Once again, just write down in the comments any suggestions, what you guys want to see. I could probably do like month by month each episode and show all the home runs, extra base hits, that kind of stuff, just to add some emphasis. And yeah, with JJ Baxter, I'm planning on being like a 50-50 kind of guy, so to have power and as well as stolen base. Like, we want speed on him. If you remember seeing at the start of the video, I did put a lot of him on power and speed, so we're going to be aiming towards that kind of player, like a Barry Bonds or someone like that, or well, earlier in his career. And so yeah, with that, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this little episode of JJ Baxter Road to the Show. And once again, I want to thank Sub08136 for making the thumbnail, which I think looks great. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Peace.